and welcome. How are we all feeling today? As humans, we all have a wide array of emotions. We feel very deeply. We feel everything and nothing all at the same time. It's possible to have conflicting emotions, and it's important that we process our emotions because unmet emotions translate to unmet needs, and this creates a lot of anger within a person, a lot of resentment. So remember, emotions are not illnesses. Emotions are guides to tell you where you are in life, how you're doing, and what your mental state is. It's important that we manage our emotions, that we understand what we're feeling and why. When you are having a very intense emotion, you could use a tool called backtracking, thought backtracking. And this is where you become aware and you actually think about every thought that you've been having and where that little small emotional shift came in. And we really need to start regulating our emotions and understanding how our emotions link to how we think as well. Because if you have a bad thought, you're going to have an emotional reaction. It's just naturally how the brain works. And it's important that we don't repress our feelings and we don't repress the things that we need, our emotional needs, that we don't repress that we express our feelings and we express our emotions in a healthy way. Because a lot of the time people become really emotionally dysregulated, which means they cannot self-manage properly. When a person is emotionally dysregulated, they have a lot of mood swings, they blow up really quickly or they break down really quickly. And you can't get a handle on your emotions if you don't practice emotional regulation. If you don't practice not allowing that emotion to get so intense that you blow up or you break down or you completely just lose it. And we need to understand that it's important to feel. It's important to feel emotions. It's important to have feelings. It's important because it's the beautiful experience of human life is to feel so deeply that we can love someone, we can feel deep enough affection that we love someone. And that is a beautiful thing, but with that also comes pain. And that's why it's important that you express your feelings and that you express your emotions. Remember, feelings are not there to bring you down and to make life difficult and make life bad unless you attract those emotions. But at the end of the day, feeling and emotions is just part of the human experience. There is no way around it. Every single human being has to feel some sort of emotion. And that's just part of human nature, is the ability to express what we feel. And that's an amazing thing because we can communicate how we feel. And if things move you, then be moved. Really entrench yourself into that emotion. Really feel it, amplify that emotion until the intensity starts to drop. And then it's easier to manage that emotion. So if things move you, absolutely feel moved. Feel your feelings, don't ignore them, because it's only going to be detrimental later to you. And it's important that we process instead of repress. When you repress feelings, you feel like your emotional needs are unmet. You feel unfulfilled. You don't feel content. You don't feel positive emotions at all after that. So it's important that we take time to actually process what we're feeling and what has happened to us, and to process our traumas and work through them. And it's important that you are aware of the correspondence between your emotions and your thoughts. Change the way you think and it will change the way you feel. change the way you feel, and it will change the way you think. Everything is connected in the brain. So if you work on something, it is linked to something else. So work on your thought processes and how you view things, like your perspectives. And then really sit with your feelings. Really take time to really amplify that intensity. And then eventually the intensity will drop and drop, and it will be easier to emotionally regulate.